What's going on, guys? So I wanted to take a few minutes today and make an updated condensed tutorial on how to separate audio tracks within OBS. So that meaning you want to have Spotify running, but you only want your stream to hear it. You don't want to hear what's playing, or you want to separate out Discord chat. So you want to hear what's going on in chat, but you don't want your audience to hear what's going on. And we can do this for pretty much any program that makes sound. And we want to dictate, who's hearing what. Very simple, very easy process. There are a few minor things to understand, but nothing crazy. Windows 10, the latest update, kind of made this a lot easier for us. So there's no need to download extra stuff. In the past, you would have had to download digital audio cables and digital audio mixers. It just made things a pain in the butt, right? We don't need to do that. Let's keep it simple. Let's get through this in a few minutes, okay? All right. Before we transition over, there are a few things that I need you to do. I need you to open up Spotify or whatever music streaming service you use. I need you to open up Discord or whatever chatting service you use. And I need you to open up a game that you play. And I'll explain all this here in a few minutes, but go ahead and open those programs up, and then come back after you finish that. So for me, you can see I have Spotify and Discord up. I do have a game up as well. Now, I need you from here to click on or right click rather, on the speaker icon down in your taskbar, bottom right hand corner, open sound settings. Now, we're going to be selecting our output here at the top. Go ahead and select that as whatever headset you use. Choose your input device or your microphone. Please select these things. Don't just leave them as default. And then we're going to scroll down just a little bit to app, volume, and device preferences. This is where things get fun for us. So this list for me may look a little different from you. If you've already started your game up, you may notice your game on this list, but you may or may not notice Spotify and Discord. The reason is because you may have not played any sound through that application in this session yet. So you would need to play just a few seconds of sound through both of those applications. 2-3 seconds is way more than enough. Windows just needs to recognize, hey, there's sound coming from here. I need to send it to an output device, right? A speaker or whatever. That's all we're doing. And then once we do that, we're going to minimize our page. Same thing for Discord. We're going to play whatever a video file or audio file we have on there, and we're going to pause it. Then we're going to come back into our Windows settings, and now you should see Discord, Spotify, your game, populated here. If you don't see your game populated, go ahead and head over to the menu of your game or a character selection or wherever it is in your game that you're going to have, audio. Say you're moving your mouse around between items or something, and, it makes a little click or something like that. That's all we need. From there, what we're going to do is simply adjust our output settings. Now, I overcomplicated this before. Let's keep it really, really simple. Our output settings, we're looking for different output devices that are not our headset, okay? So any output device that we're not using is going to be assigned here. So for Discord or whatever is top on your list, go ahead and assign it whatever you need to assign it that is not directly coming to your ears as you play, okay? But go ahead and assign all of these, leave that page open, and come back over to OBS. And from here, we are going to hit into settings. We're going to click on and again, settings is the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to click on that. We're going to click on the audio tab. And this is what you should notice right away, is everything should be disabled. Now, I can't remember exactly what it looks like on a first download. I tried my best to get this version of OBS back to factory. On desktop audio, or desktop audio 1, we'll call it, you're going to want to select the same audio device or audio driver that you're using for your game. In this case, we're using the NVIDIA audio driver that is connected, I believe, to our graphics card. Don't quote me on that. I don't really care what it's connected to. We're just going to select it as our desktop audio source. Then our desktop audio 2 source, we're going to select this as our speakers. We don't use our speakers during stream, and giving us another option to mute or unmute is very helpful here. And then obviously you're going to want to select your microphone. Don't leave it disabled or whatever, default, whatever. So go ahead and select from your list of what microphone you're using. I, in this instance, am going to leave it disabled because my microphone is connected to another instance of OBS, the one that I'm recording this video on. So once you're done with that, click apply and click OK. Now the first thing you'll notice is that you had a few tracks pop up over here. That's good. So we're going to click on this cog wheel. We just want to make sure that things are what they should be. Our settings for each of those is what they should be. So it is. And it is. Okay, good. Now we're going to want to add in a few sources within OBS. And this shouldn't take too long. This is very, very simple. Maybe a little more intimidating than it needs to be. Click the plus sign, add in audio output capture, label it Discord. If I can spell. And then go ahead actually, and while you're here, change the device to, and all it means is like device output. So change this to whatever your settings are in Windows that we created earlier. So we're going to go with that digital audio S for Discord. And we're going to add in another one, and we're going to call this our game. Okay, and we're going to look for our game that's in our app volume and device preferences, and we see which driver it is. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and match it up. And we're going to do this again for Spotify. Okay. And then Spotify is going to be speakers that we do not use. And actually, in our case, this is the output from our microphone. And I can maybe go into detail on that a little bit later, but we don't use it. It doesn't matter. So now things have gotten a little more colorful in OBS. And there's nothing wrong with that. What we need to do now is go into our sources, and we'll see we have 3 sources. We're going to, I'm sorry, not into our sources. I apologize. We're going to go into our audio mixer. We're going to right click there. We're going to click on advanced audio preferences. And from there, what we need to do is decide what we want to hear and what we don't want to hear. And how we do that is by looking at audio monitoring. That is going to, audio monitoring it allows the user to either hear or negate the audio track. Okay. So for desktop audio 1, and actually, you know what? Before we even do that, let's go back to our audio mixer. I want to make things a little easier for you guys. We're going to click on the cogwheel under desktop audio. We're going to rename that to all sound. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you to do this earlier. And for desktop audio 2, let's just label it stream. Or, you know, you can label it whatever you'd like as long as you remember. So then, now that we're done with that, that looks much better. We're going to right click again under audio mixer, and we're going to click to select advanced audio properties. Now, things that we want to change here under audio monitoring, and these are the only settings that we're going to change within here. We're going to change all sound to monitor and output. We're going to change our Discord to monitor and output. I'm just double checking my screen. So we're going to essentially want to change all of these except our music source. 1 second, guys. Wait. Look, I'm getting ready to mislead you. When you are in this advanced audio properties for Discord specifically, okay, this is going to be a little odd, but when you go into your Discord, I will, how can I show you this? When you go into your Discord settings under your audio mixer, right? Click on advanced, go to advanced audio properties or whatever. Change Discord from monitor and output to monitor only, mute output. Okay. and then come back here and unmute the track. That way you'll always hear what's going on in Discord, right? Now, if you want your audience to hear what's going on in Discord, come back here to Advanced Audio Properties and change this to Monitor and Output. Okay, that's all you got to do for Discord, and you're done. At that point, if you wanted to mute it altogether, you could just mute it, but then you're not going to hear it as well. So if you want to hear it, and you do not want your audience to hear it, first of all, make sure the track itself is not muted. But secondly, this is much more important. Secondly, come into Advanced Audio Properties and go from Monitor and Output to Monitor Only Mute Output. It means as monitoring, you will be able to hear what's going on in Discord, but your chat will not be able to hear what's going on in Discord. I mean, your audience, okay? So this is what I keep it as on my OBS that I run while I stream. So it would just be Monitor Only Mute Output, and then I would come in and do whatever. If Discord wants to be in the stream, then I'll just come in and select Monitor and Output. Hopefully that makes sense, and we'll get back to it. Sorry about that, but anyway, to Monitor and Output, and let me, as well as our stream, we don't need to monitor this. So Spotify, we don't need to hear, and our stream, we don't need to hear. Now, for future reference, if you are playing something in Spotify, maybe you're just chatting stream or whatever, and you want to hear the music that's being played, you're going to want to come in again to Advanced Audio Settings, and you're just going to simply change this to Monitor and Output. So from now on, when you want to listen to your Spotify or whatever application you use for music, you would come in here, you would click Advanced Audio Properties, and you would simply change this from Monitor Off to Monitor and Output. And then when you go back into your stream or your game or whatever you're doing where you don't want to listen to music, but you want your audience to hear your music, you're just going to simply select Monitor Off. Okay. And to be quite honest, that we're almost done. Now we're going to mute our All Sounds track. We are going to, let me get out of here on another page. We're going to mute Discord, and we're going to mute Spotify. Now by doing this, and I will give you an example real quick. Let me unmute Spotify. I'm going to play a song. Now this song should be coming through. It might be a little loud. Hold on. It may or may not be playing because of the two different versions on my end of OBS running. But as you can see here, it is indeed picking up the signal. And I wouldn't be able to hear it even if this was under my regular OBS right now, the way it's set up. I wouldn't hear it. I would only be able to see, hey, it's actually running, it's making sound. The stream can hear it. And so that if we wanted the stream not to hear it, we'd simply mute it there. And that's that. But again, if we ourselves would like to hear the song that's being played, we'll come down to Advanced Audio Properties, and then we would select Monitor and Output, and that would allow us to hear whatever our stream audience is hearing. Okay, and now that we have these selected, we should be good to go. I will point something out. Now, with bigger titles, this has not been an issue. Not saying Escape from Tarkov is a small title, but it is still under development. So what I've noticed with games still under development is sometimes when we load them up, and we're looking at our OBS that we're actually streaming on, we may notice in our game tab, so let me show you, our game tab here under Audio Mixer, that we're not getting any volume, okay? And you're going to want to pay attention now, because you're going to be able to see, okay, what's getting sound and what's not. Within within that issue, it's easy to fix. You know, we would notice, hey, we're not getting any volume from our game. Just Alt Tab out, open up your Windows, and I'll show you. Right click on the speaker down in your taskbar, open up sound settings, scroll down to app volume and device preferences, and you're going to see that the selection for that said game is saved, but just select a different one. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? It does not matter. Just select a different one, and then, you know, Alt Tab back into your game, make a noise, whatever. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but Alt Tab back to your Windows setting and select what it's supposed to be. It would only take you 30 seconds to actually, you know, do that. But that's it, right? And then it would be registered on OBS over here. So from there, you are pretty much done. This is what it would look like when you go live. Now, again, you know, if you want Spotify to play for your stream, just unmute it. If you want Discord to come through, you would just unmute it. And I will point out, like with Discord, so under advanced audio properties, if you are having any issues and you cannot hear Discord or you cannot hear Spotify, come over to audio monitoring under advanced audio properties. So your audio mixer, right click, advanced audio properties, and under audio monitoring, just make sure that it says monitoring and output. So like again, Spotify, I don't want to hear the music. I just want my audience to hear the music. So it's on monitor off. Monitor just means what I can or cannot hear. Like I can't hear it, it's monitor off. So if I wanted to hear it, I would just simply select monitor and output. That would allow me to hear it and the audience on the other side of my stream to hear it. Hey guys, it's Austin coming back one more time. Don't forget, if you switch your advanced audio settings to monitor and output so that you and your stream can hear what's going on, don't forget to unmute your audio track in the audio mixer itself. You know, click on the little red speaker there and unmute it. Otherwise, it's going to be muted and you're not going to hear a dang thing. So anyway, back to it. Now, at the moment I go back in the game or something, where I want to concentrate and not listen to music, select monitor off. So I hope that's been helpful. It's pretty straightforward, and once you understand that all you're doing is going into app volume and device preferences, assigning individual audio drivers or devices to each application, and matching those settings up with your audio input sources within OBS, right? So our game property, just to reiterate, so we're going to look for our game under our Windows settings. This is the driver that it is currently using. We're going to go into OBS, and of course it is the same driver. So once all of that's done and you've muted the tracks that you don't want to have going to your stream, you're good to go. I will say that you're probably asking, well, why is all sound muted? If we unmuted all sound, it would allow our stream to hear all sound coming through the computer, and we don't want that, right? We're being very selective in what tracks our stream can and cannot hear. But this is the easiest way to do this. Hopefully it helped you and you don't have any questions, but if you do, feel free to leave any questions or comments down in the comment section. I will put an instruction list in the description of this video. I stream nightly starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have my stream information in the description below as well. It would be nice if you came by and said hello. Other than that, let me know if there's anything that I missed or I didn't cover, and have fun, guys. We'll talk to you next time.